Why are some communities more vulnerable to hunger and famine? Why can't people access food? And why does it strike some places or people more frequently? It's a negative cycle called food insecurity. There are lots of reasons why it happens, forming a system of vicious circles and recurring poverty. Crops fail due to drought or conflict or disaster. And because the crops fail, food has to be bought. And this increased demand plus lower supply pushes prices up and up. And those who used to sell their crops now have nothing to trade and so have less money. And it's harder to feed livestock and keep it healthy, or there's more risk of it being stolen. Troubled times mean people may have to leave their homes and may have lost their jobs and way of life. And food prices keep going up and up, forcing them to eat less or to eat cheap or wild food with little nutrition. And after time, this makes them malnourished or ill, which makes it even harder to grow food or to work. And buying food might have to be sacrificed to pay for school or medical treatment or water. And the cycle keeps repeating itself, only worse each time. Hunger and food insecurity are the world's #1 health risks.
People who live in poor and rural communities may have less access to quality grocery stores that sell healthy and affordable options. In these areas, it might be easier and cheaper for residents to purchase less healthy foods and beverages.
They have challenges getting their produce to markets because of bad infrastructure, and expensive middlemen, along with cheap imported food, have created markets with prices that local producers cannot compete with. 1/3 of all food produced is not consumed but wasted. This amounts to nearly 1.3 billion tonnes. In wealthy countries, food is wasted when corporations, retailers and consumers toss perfectly edible portions into the bin. In underdeveloped nations, food goes to waste due to bad infrastructure and inefficient distribution.
Going green, buying organic, at the grocery, what are you going to do? We all want to do the best with our dollars. We also want to do the best with our health and our communities and taking care of our families.
The best things that you can do for your health and the health of the environment is to choose local food as much as possible. One of the best ways to find local food is to shop at farmers'
Trade
markets.
agreements. We regulate banks and reform banks. We support small-scale, environmentally friendly production methods based on local knowledge. Smallholder agriculture so that communities can support themselves and don't go to bed hungry.
Some markets are actually starting to label the food miles of the food and the produce sections. And by food miles, it's a simple term that describes the number of miles that your food has traveled to get from where it was harvested to the store where you're buying it.
Partner with farmers to develop locally appropriate solutions to local challenges.
Buy seasonal, buy regional, buy local, buy what your family's going to eat and what you can most afford. That's how we're going to change the planet.